We have created a funnel. All of the bordering states have now took the funnel right to New York City. New York City is the economic engine of this entire state and country. If you decimate this city, you're going to decimate the foundation of what's happening.
That is interesting. So mass illegal immigration creates a burden on the community. I got to tell you, I had no idea. And now that New York City's feeling it, now we all know. Joining me now, New Yorker, well, former New Yorker, my buddy Dave Marcus, one of the great, more talented writers we have out there. Dave, man, I got to tell you, if only someone had known that illegal immigration creates a burden on children, on hospitals, on communities at large. This is breaking news, Dave.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? I wrote about this last week, and I'll tell you, the thing that really bothers me the most is that New York City's kids are suffering because of this. The latest harebrained scheme that Mayor Adams had, he doesn't want to send migrants to Central Park because the optics are horrible and it's a tourist hub. So he decided to send migrants to playgrounds and playing fields and pools and recreation centers all over the city that are primarily used by kids. And it's just shameful. On top of that, 14 or 15,000 migrant kids who no fault of their own are probably not at grade level are going to have to be absorbed by the public school system. And kids don't make any of these choices, right? Kids aren't making sacrifices, they're being sacrificed.
Dave, they are being sacrificed. And all this comes back to just the insanity of our immigration policy in this country to me. It blows me away that we don't simply reject illegal immigrants at the border. Why do we have to worry about housing them anywhere? El Paso, New York City, the local playground, the local football stadium. You're not allowed in the country. Yet if you say that, people on the left and right act like you're Genghis Khan. That's immigration policy for every nation in the history of mankind except for touchy-feely America.
No, look, that's absolutely right. And I think even if you are in favor of broader legal immigration or whatever it is, like, you need to turn off the magnet here. This is not what happened in 1915 or 1920 when waves of people were coming from Europe and other places to New York City. Those people were taken care of by their native communities, right? By their own neighborhoods, by their churches. We didn't have this kind of welfare state. So this is an entirely different situation. And until you turn off that incentive, until you tell people, no, we're not going to give you a hotel room and a Xbox and all the pizza you can eat, it's not going to stop, obviously.
It's not going to stop. And I've got to tell you, Dave, and I tend to be more cynical than you are, but how can I take this as anything other than intentional? This seems like the intentional flooding of a nation with third world immigrants who are going to water down, change, and destroy our culture. How can I take it as anything but? When I see a 39-year-old Venezuelan man in New York City who brought his entire family here, and he has a special Venezuelan cuisine tailor-made for him, provided by this country, how can I take that as anything other than, hey, bring us all the third world because we're ready to collapse this place?
I mean, it's obviously intentional. It's at least intentional to the extent that Democrats want this level of immigration and they don't really care if it happens legally or illegally. Now, whether they want it because they think that these people will eventually vote for them, whether they want it for whatever reasons they want it, and maybe it is cultural on some level. I mean, certainly some of them do talk about that. It is on purpose. This is what they want, and they're getting it. And until there's a Republican in the White House who closes the door, they're going to continue to get what they want.
You want to watch our special on George Washington? It's freaking awesome. Well, you can. All you have to do is become a First TV supporter. That gives you access to all of our specials on demand, and it's cake. All you have to go to is thefirsttv.com/support. thefirsttv.com/support. Become a supporter. Enjoy learning about George Washington.